Hello everyone. So today we will discuss one more category of problems in V-builds. So as you all know, there are two categories of problems. Number one is design oriented or selection oriented. Number two is the general category of problems. What is the difference between these two problems is the first category, which is design and selection. In the question, he will be mentioning that design a V-build or select a V-build. If such is the case, then you have to follow whole the design procedure as it is without omitting any of the steps in it. Assume the suitable values wherever required and complete the design procedure. But if in the question he has mentioned find, determine, calculate, if he has used such words, then you have to assume that this particular problem is not design and select oriented. It is a general category of V-builds problem. Like in this case, calculate the number of builds required and the length of the build. He has just used the word calculate. So it automatically we have to understood that this particular thing is a general category of the problem. Now, what is the difference between these two problems? Is that in the first thing, that is the design and selection oriented problem, you have to follow whole the procedure, assume the suitable values, standardize everything what you have got, all this you have to follow. But in the second category, that is general category of the problems, you are just required to use certain formulas, do not standardize anything, do not assume anything. Okay, it is just a formula based problem where some of the values would be given to you and some of the values would be asked to calculate. Okay, we shall take an example on the general category of problem in this video. So in this problem, he has stated that two shafts 1 meter apart are connected by V-belt to transmit 90 kilowatt at 1200 rpm of a driver pulley of 300 effective diameter. So he has given the speed of the driver and the speed of the diameter of the driver, which are 1 meter apart. So he has given the center distance also. The driven pulley rotates at 400 rpm. So 400 rpm is the speed of the driven pulley which is given. The angle of the groove, that is the V-belt groove angle, the alpha, he has given it as 40. And the coefficient of friction between the belt and the pulley is 0.25. So this is just a mu. There is a difference between mu and mu1. While you will get to the formula, I will explain this. This has to be not substituted directly as mu. You have to alter this. Keep this in mind. Okay, the area of the belt, which is the trapezoidal cross section, if some of the problems, he might not give you directly the area, he might give you the breadth and the thickness of the trapezoidal cross section from which you have to calculate the area. The permissible stress is 2.1 megapascal. You have taken sigma d as 2.1. If he has not given also, he has clearly mentioned in the data handbook that you have to take so and so value as sigma d and the density also. Even the density also he has mentioned in the data handbook. Kindly refer. Density of the belt he has given in this problem, so 1100 kg per meter cube. What he is asking us to do is calculate the number of belts required and the length of the belt. So that is his question. So all the given data I have just written it out. Even in the examinations also you have to write the same. So this is the thing where you calculate the number of belts. Go for the equation 14.16a, page number 295, where you will find this particular equation. Do not use the equation which you have used in the design and selection category of the problem, that is P into Ks divided by Kw into KL Ka. Do not use that. Use this particular equation. So as it covers the design stress, it covers the density of the material, even the angle or this one coefficient of friction also. So you have to use this particular equation for the calculation of number of belts, which is given in page number 295, equation 14.16a. Okay, so we shall see what all we have and what all we don't have. We have P, which is given. We have area, which is given. Number of belts we need to calculate anyhow. So V is the velocity you can calculate here, pi d1 n1 by 60, pi into 1200 into 0.3 divided by 60, it is 18.84 meters per second. And W, which is omega, which is the weight density of the material, where you have given the density multiplied by acceleration due to gravity, the value of G, you will get the weight density of the material here. And remember this particular thing, mu1. So if you look into the formula, there is no mu there, there is mu1 there. So what is difference between mu1, mu1? Mu is just coefficient of friction, but what is mu1? It is apparent coefficient of friction, which is calculated specifically for the V builds. This has also been given in the data handbook. You can find this below the equation 14.12, page 294. If you visit 14.12, page 294, you have the equation over there. Below that, you can find this particular equation where mu1 is equals to mu divided by sine of alpha by 2. Alpha, you know, that is a groove angle. So 40 by 2. If you calculate this, you'll come around 0.731, which is your mu1 apparent coefficient of friction. Now, in order to calculate e to the power of mu theta, as in case of the flat builds, here also the design will be based on smaller value of mu1 theta. Here it is mu1, so mu1 theta. So calculate mu1 theta 1 and mu2 theta 2. Theta 1 is nothing but angle of wrap of the driver side. Theta 2 is angle of wrap of the driven side. Just calculate the values. Anyhow, the smaller will be having the lowest angle. That will be the solution, but you have to show that this particular thing is a smaller pulley. So theta 1 you just calculate, theta 2 you calculate mu1 into theta 1, it comes around 1.856, and calculate mu2 into theta 2, it comes around 2.733. So highlight this particular portion as you have selecting this particular value for mu theta, which is the smaller value. Okay, so in this particular calculation, the value of d would be not known. You can just calculate by using the velocity ratio like this. Okay, now you have got e to the power of mu theta, which is mu theta value. We have got all other values here. Now ready for the substitution. You can just substitute all the values and the number of belts can be calculated. So number of belts would come around 8.271 approximated to 9 belts. This is the way you have to calculate the number of belts in case of a general category of a problem, that is calculate, determine, find. If he has uses such words, you have to follow this procedure. Now, second part of the problem, he asked us to calculate the length of the belt. Remember, he has asked us to calculate length of the belt, not the pitch length of the belt. So he has clearly mentioned it as length of the belt. So just go for the equation number 14.2b, page number 290. But if he has asked for the pitch length, you have be having a separate equation for that. Go for that particular equation and calculate the pitch length. As of now, he has asked only the length of the belt. So L is equals to this particular equation, where you will take this equation assuming it as the open type. Substitute the values, you'll get the values. That ends the problem. So in the similar case, number of problems have been asked in your previous exam question papers, which is like this, which is very, very easy. And here, the extra thing which he has been asked is also find the initial tension in the belt. How will you calculate the initial tension, man? So it is square root of T naught, that is equal to square root of T1 plus T2. So you have to calculate the tension in slack side as well as the tension in the tight side. How will you calculate? You will use two different equations for that. Number one is the power equation, T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000. By substituting the power and getting the equation T1 and T2 in the form of T1 and T2, equation number 1. Second equation we'll be using is T1 by T2 is equals to e to the power of mu theta, where you'll be selecting the smaller value over there. Again, you'll be getting another equation in terms of T1 and T2. You'll be solving those two equations to find T1 and T2. Once T1 and T2 are known, then you can calculate the initial tension easily. Okay, take care of the centrifugal tension if he has asked for. And even you can try this particular problem, so which is very easy. See, here he has given the dimensions of the V belt. So from this you have to take the area. You have to calculate area by using a trapezoidal area cross section formula. So try these two problems. If any doubts, you can contact me up.